price of freedom is high. And it's a price I'm willing to pay.
Cookie! You've known me your whole life. You're my best friend. On your left, Sam Wilson. Steve Rogers. I kind of put that together. Can you move your seat up? No. We need a diversion. Something big.
I'm with you to the end of the line.
We got a situation here. What the hell is that? Everyone's got a gimmick now. Go ahead.
Awesome. Welcome, y'all, to the official Disney Plus launch for Marvel Studios' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm Angelique Roche.
And I'm Chanel Berlin-Johnson from Entertainment Weekly. We are going to be digging into all the action coming your way with this incredible new series, launching on Disney Plus tomorrow, Friday, March 19th.
We're coming at you from the Los Angeles Air Force Base in El Segundo, California, where we are joined by the members of the Space and Missile Systems Center. The U.S. Space Force's Center of Excellence for Acquiring and Developing Military Space Systems. On this base, we're surrounded by one of the greatest concentrations of space knowledge anywhere, and we are so excited to have you here with us today. Thank you for your service.
At EW, we are so excited for this show. Earlier this week, we just launched something very special, our new digital cover. We're going to hear from the phenomenal cast and filmmakers behind this series. To kick things off, let's bring in Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige, executive producer Nate Moore, and co-executive producer Zoe Nagelhout.
So I want to jump right on in. Falcon and Winter Soldier have long been fan favorites in the MCU, and their chemistry together is undeniable. Kevin, how did you go about crafting the concept for this series so you could explore that dynamic as an unexpected team?
We've been dreaming about it for years and years, ever since we put the amazing Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan together. They had a few scenes together in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. They had a few more scenes together in Captain America: Civil War. And every time we saw those, even going back to before we cut the movie together, just watching the footage when we first shot it, we were like, these two are great together. Wouldn't it be fun to do a buddy show with these two? Finally, thanks to Disney Plus, we get to have an entire series dedicated to seeing the two of them banter.
Love that. Nate, there is an incredible team behind the scenes on this one, being led in large part by head writer Malcolm Spellman and director Kari Skogland. What did they each bring to the series?
Yeah, they brought so much. I got to tell you, Malcolm is a fan of the comics and knows a ton about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's also an incredibly talented writer who taught us about how to mount this show, because we'd only ever really done features. But the secret about Malcolm is he's also hysterically funny. So all of the humor in the show, all of the mining of that relationship was something that Malcolm really leaned into. And Kari's an incredibly talented director who I think really forced us to ground the show in character and theme. You know, she's really interested in getting inside these two heroes that you've seen do amazing things in the Avengers and Captain America movies, but she forced us to really get to know them as people and really encouraged us to anchor the show into reality by shooting on location, by getting really close to the characters with the camera and really, honestly, just directing the heck out of this show.
I know, I can't wait to see that balance. Zoe, This show does some serious globetrotting over the course of 6 episodes, so how important was it to make sure that every episode leaves fans feeling like they have just seen a classic MCU big blockbuster experience?
Yeah, it was really important to us. You know, we went into these shows treating them the same as the movies. And what we realized the opportunity is that we could tell fans a story over the course of 6 weeks instead of just the 2-hour experience in the theater. So we hoped that each episode could leave you wanting more and take you into new corners of the MCU in the same way each of our features does. And what's so fun about that is you get to see 2 characters, Sam and Bucky, in entirely new environments. You drop them into new settings where they might be uncomfortable or have conflict, and that's a really fun, thing to explore.
That's so amazing, and it must have been incredible to be able to do that. Kevin, how do you think this show is going to take MCU fans by surprise as it unfolds? Because as we know, to expect the unexpected from the MCU.
What's fun about the MCU is what's fun about Marvel Comics. Surprise is right at the heart of everything Marvel's done in the comics for years, everything we're trying to do in the movies, and now with these Disney Plus series. They're meant to unfold as a week-to-week adventure where you're not quite sure what's going to happen each episode, and each episode taking you, I hope, to a surprising and unexpected place.
So before we let you guys go, we would also love to know what each of you were most excited to explore in this series. Nate, let's go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to explore more about Sam Wilson's past, about who he is outside of the Falcon uniform. When we met him in Winter Soldier, Steve Rogers plucked him off the street, but there's so much to that character that we didn't get to explore in those films that we finally get to now.
Yes, love that. Zoe, what about you?
I think it's the opportunity, with the time that we have in these stories to really redefine characters, to put them in new situations, to see them in a new light. For Bucky, he's never really had a chance to live his own life. So what is that like for him? And for a character like Sharon Carter, who we haven't seen in years, what's she been up to? Who is she now? It's this great opportunity to just redefine and reintroduce characters.
Beautiful. Kevin, can you go ahead and finish us off?
It's the size and scope of the action of this series that really tapping back into that action genre from Captain America Civil War and Captain America the Winter Soldier. It's fun for the MCU to play in this grounded and gritty action realm, and that's what this series is going to do.
I love it. Well, I know we are all so very excited as well. Thank you all so much for being here with us. It was great to talk to you all today. Let's hear it for Kevin Feige, Nate Moore, and Zoe Nagelhouse. And now, to introduce 2 men who frankly need no introduction, let's bring in Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. Welcome to our virtual event for, you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So we got to start by saying you 2 have been through a lot in the MCU, but just when some might say your characters have done it all, this series goes and shows that your stories are really just beginning. So how was it to reunite for your own epic adventure? Anthony, let's start with you.
It was great. It's Sebastian and I always have fun. So, reading the script, when I saw what the story was and where our storyline was going, I was really excited to get back together and make fun of them some more.
That sounds about right. Working with Anthony is sort of like getting into a car without the brake, you just really hope it's not going to crash. But that's sort of the chemistry of the characters, and I think we were both excited to have 6 hours to really explore their past and go into depth into who they are now and what their identities are about.
I know you can't tell us a lot, but fans have been dying to know more about what you were really up to for all those years as the Winter Soldier. So what surprised you the most about Bucky's journey in this series as he tries to make peace with his past?
I suppose his sense of humor, which we sort of had to discover in a way, and that was really exciting and fun.
And Anthony, when fans last saw Falcon, he was being given Cap's shield. This was a huge moment. What's Sam's mindset going into this series?
This series picks up post-blip. So, Sam is really even more so worried about how does he fit back into society after being gone for 5 years. So he's really, he misses Steve because Steve was his friend. Steve brought him into all this, and he's just wondering how do they all move forward.
It seems like it's gonna be incredible, but you know what? We're not the only ones who want to know a little bit about Marvel Studios' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You have got fans across the globe, and they've got some questions for you as well. Our first question comes to us from Brazil.
Oi, gente, tudo bem? Eu sou Marília Mendonça, cantora brasileira de música sertaneja. Não sei se vocês conhecem, mas vale a pena conhecer. Muito fã de vocês, estou aqui para fazer uma pergunta. A gente já sabe que os dois personagens são bem diferentes, mas eu queria saber o que é que eles têm em comum.
So, what do your characters have in common? We'll start off with you.
Not much. That's not true. That's not true, actually. A lot more than they expected, I think. A lot more than everybody expected.
100%.
All right, so next we've got a question from a fan in Mexico.
¿Qué tal, chicos? Soy Misa, soy creador de contenido mexicano, amante de los gatos y muy fan de su trabajo. Como ustedes saben, todo mundo necesita descansar de vez en cuando y mi pregunta es, si Falcon y Winter Soldier estuvieran en un group watch, ¿qué series verían?
Group watch, what are you watching?
I'm Star Wars all day. Every Halloween I dress up as Billy D. Because that's what I do.
So what about you, Sebastian?
I'm always in the documentary world, which I know is going to get Anthony into making fun of me. But I stick to the documentary. I know I got to go more lighthearted. I get it.
Now I am super excited to get to welcome a few more folks into the conversation. Emily Van Camp, Daniel Bruhl, and Wyatt Russell. Hello! It is so great to have you all here.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Emily and Daniel, fans are so excited to see you back in your roles as Sharon Carter and Zemo. What was it like to come back into the MCU? Emily?
Amazing, as always. It's, so much fun working with these guys. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be back and excited for everyone to see it.
Awesome. Daniel, how about you?
Yeah, I was so thrilled when I got the call to come back as Zemo. I was in Budapest at the time shooting something else, and then a week later, Carrie Scotland, the director, came with Zemo's mask in her suitcase. So that was a very exciting moment to put it on for the first time.
Wonderful. Emily, I love that you've played some really resilient characters over the years. What's your favorite part of playing Sharon Carter?
Wow, well, so many things. I think this time around, though, we see a little bit of a different Sharon, which was really exciting. We get to see where she's been all of this time after she sort of made all of these sacrifices. And it was really intriguing to see this new sort of perspective that she has. And so, yeah, I mean, it's always fun to do these films and these shows and, to kind of take these characters on these long journeys, and here we are again, and it's just fun to see a different side of her, I think.
I am so excited to see that. And Wyatt, welcome to the MCU for the first time.
Thank you.
We are all really curious. What was your reaction when you found out that you would be joining the Marvel family?
It was awesome. Cool, and who am I playing? I didn't really know.
We still don't know a ton about your character, John Walker, going into this series. So what are you allowed to tell us about your character and some of the awesome action coming into the series without getting yourself into too much trouble?
To be honest, I don't know how much I really can say, other than it was a blast filming with everybody, and they're great people. And I'm really happy to be with him on stage again.
You clearly have fans all over the world, you guys, and right here at the Los Angeles Air Force Base as well. So we thought, how about a few questions from the Airmen and Guardians here with us today?
My name is Senior Airman Moore from the 61st Civil Engineering and Logistics Squadron. My question to Emily and Sebastian, what is your favorite Marvel memory?
Well, my favorite memory starts with a kiss. And that you had, Emily, because when you kissed Steve Rogers, that basically is what started our show. So thank you.
Oh, there was that
kissing
moment.
Chris Evans And then Anthony and I can have a scene in the back of a car.
Here we are.
And then we can have the show that we have today.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Second Lieutenant Shelby Higdon. I'm assigned to SMC's Space Enterprise Consortium. My question is actually for all of you. I would love to know, what is the biggest thing that you hope people take away from this series?
You have 6 mind-boggling, supercharged hours ahead of you, packed with cinematic action pieces, but also with unseen and fantastic character pieces.
What about you, Wyatt?
I just hope everybody enjoys it and has fun watching it.
Wyatt's playing
just
it safe.
Enjoy your life while you watch the video.
Emily, what about you?
I mean, I just recently saw it, so all I can say is it's awesome on so many different levels. You get to experience these characters on a deeper level because you have more time with them. So that's really cool. It's also action-packed, super fun. I think it's amazing. I'm super proud of everyone's work in it.
The 94th Airlift Wing at Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Georgia and the 908th Airlift Wing at Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama were actually both involved in this amazing series production for Marvel Studios, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and they also sent some questions for our cast.
I'm Major John T. Stom, and I'd like to know, of all the Avengers cast members, who was the biggest jokester or who had the best sense of humor?
Wow. That's a really hard question.
I feel like we're leaning towards Sebastian saying it was Anthony.
100%, obviously.
I say it's Brule. I can sit and laugh at Brule for days on end. And when we're on set and Brule turns on the Brule, it's game over.
All right, we have another question.
I'm Senior Airman Konopchinsky from the 700th Airlift Squadron. Why do you think so many Marvel characters are veterans?
That's a great question. Daniel, we haven't heard from you.
From what I know, and what I always found very interesting about Marvel since the beginning, is that it was, always involved in what was happening in the world and referring to what was happening, and always sent messages to especially to the younger generations, which were very important. If you think of World War II and Captain America, he was actually fighting the Nazis. He was fighting fascism. So it was a very important influence of the young people reading these comic books. And that made me always think that, Marvel really has a relevance in its pop culture.
And that's one of the things I love about the Marvel Universe, is that it is relatable, and it does hit on a lot of those topics.
All right, our next question.
Hello, I am Major Natalie Campos, Executive Officer of the 94th Airlift Wing. What was it like to film on a military base?
I always love going to military bases to see what trouble I can get into, because you don't know all the rules, and there's a rule for everything. So I know I'm going to get in trouble. I just don't know what level of trouble. So I tried to stay in my corner and wave to everyone and not get in too much trouble. But it's very intimidating.
Obviously, you guys are our favorite duo in the MCU, but I do think we have a few other duos who want to get in on this action.
Hello, Anthony, Sebastian, and the entire cast of The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We are so excited to see you guys together in the best Marvel team up, after Lizzie and I have cleared the way for you.
Well, what do you mean, cleared the way? We're still here, and we're still a team.
Yeah, of course we are. I mean, we are. Are we? I mean, but are we though?
What do you mean?
Well, what happened in the finale.
Oh, no spoilers.
Hey, congratulations, guys. It's Jeremy and Haley on the set of Hawkeye. We're sitting here waiting for Sam and Bucky to go into action on Falcon Winter Soldier. And look, we're here if you need us for any tips on teamwork.
That's right. It's all about connections, Right? Finding things you have in common.
We have a few things in common, don't we? Right? We're both into music.
Acting?
Yeah, we do those things. Like water,
Water,
the oxygen,
air, right?
all those things that we have in common. Makes us a good team.
That's right.
But look,
Anyway, this is not about us.
It's not about
We could
us.
go on about ourselves and each other all day.
That's right.
That's not what we're here to do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Gentlemen. We cannot wait to see Falcon Winter Soldier.
Can't we?
Check it out.
Anthony and Sebastian, in the spirit of your epic team-up, Owen and I have decided to unveil the poster of our epic team-up, our new series, Loki.
And here it is. That's right. We are a powerful duo from the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just like you guys, equally matched characters in every way, working side by side.
Well,
doing our...
technically, Loki's a god, and, Mobius is kind of more of a bureaucrat, should we say? So we're not really equals.
True, yeah. No, I guess, yeah, because one of us has a much bigger ego than the other.
Yeah, show me it's called Loki.
Is it?
I mean, that's what they told me.
Really?
I'm going to stick by what Chanel said earlier. You guys will always be my favorite MCU duo. This is a real dream team cast across the board. And honestly, it sounds like you all had a great time putting this together.
I hope people take away from the show that we did not mess up the Marvel brand. This could have went really wrong, and we could have been the first bad Marvel show, and we're not. We kept it going.
Hey, we raised the bar, man. Don't sell yourself short, all right? Come on now.
We kept it going, baby. We have a good show. Yes, we're not bad. That's what I want people to say. You know what? They don't suck.
Anthony, Sebastian, Emily, Daniel, Wyatt, we want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today.
We want to remind everyone to make sure you tune in tomorrow to catch the first episode of Marvel Studios' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, exclusively streaming on Disney+. Trust me, you guys, you do not want to be even a moment behind on this one.
But before we sign off, Anthony, Sebastian, I know you have one more surprise for everyone.
Sebastian?
I think we have a scene here for you guys.
Surprise! Thank you guys for being here with us and being such huge fans. We have a sneak peek of our show for you.
While Marvel Studios' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts streaming tomorrow exclusively on Disney Plus, for everyone watching right here, right now, we are going to be giving you a little sneak peek. So enjoy, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
I know you have been through a lot. You have no history, no family. So, Mr. Barnes, are you still having nightmares?
No.
We've been doing this long enough that I can tell when you're lying. James, people really do want to help you. You've got to maintain friendships.
Okay.
Sam, this has to be subtle.
Subtle. Got it.
Superheroes cannot be allowed to exist.
on my light gun, yeah, I'm on one. Can't nobody beat me down, I'm a tall one.
The world's upside down right now.
A lot of y'all ran out of gas trying to catch me. Dang, it's a new thing.
People need something to get behind.
Gotta get the new cream.
I have a plan.
Kinda obscene, man, I'm trying to plant a money tree in the concrete.
Here we go again, huh?
Let me hear you, Let me hear you. If you ready for the brand new thing.
So we're partners, co-workers.
Not necessarily a team.
No. We look damn good, though.